there, starlings. Welcome to my sector of the universe. This is Jasmine Capella Wellness, here to help you step into your truth and star into your power. For those of you who've never been here before, welcome. Hello. Thank you for being here and for joining me for this weekly. For those of you who are returning, thank you for coming back. And for my subscribers, thank you so very much for your love, your loyalty, and your support. It means the world to me. If you would like a personal reading with me, all that information is in the description box below, or you can hop on over to capellawellness.com and check out my service suite there. I would like to announce that I am offering a special love reading for the month of February only, since I don't normally do love readings. I thought February is the month of love. I do a love reading, but do it a little bit different. If you're interested in that, please check out the description box below. There is a direct link to book that reading, or if you go to my website, capellawellness.com, you'll find it in the service suite underneath personalized readings. All right. I wish all of you a beautiful, wonderful, enlightening, empowering week. With that being said, let's get into your reading. Hey there, Capricorn. Welcome to your weekly reading. How are you? I hope you are doing fantastic. I wish you a wonderful week, a wonderful weekend, and I send you many, many blessings and much, much love. All right, Capricorn, if you've never been here before, what we're going to do is we're going to see what your overall theme is for this week, what you need to focus on, and what you need to avoid for your spiritual growth, because that is what this is about, so you can attract and align yourself with these wonderful blessings and miracles God has waiting for you. Stick around to the end so you can see what other guidance Spirit has for you, your wellness tip of the week, and your affirmation. And then we're going to see what's going on with your love situation. All right? All right, we're ready to go. Let's see what Capricorn's overall theme is for this week. Spirit guides and angels, galactic family, Pleiadian Sirians, please reveal to us for highest good. What is Capricorn's overall theme for this week? Please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. I also highly recommend you watch your moon, your rising, your Venus, and your North Node signs, so that you can get additional guidance and a bigger picture as to what energies are surrounding you at this time. There we go. Chivalry. Somebody probably just said chivalry is dead. No, it's not. It really is not. And actually, as a society, we have to bring this back. But this is really about, you know, as stepping into our power as a divine feminine, this is going to get other males to get back to this. It's all about teaching. It's kind of funny because I've been teaching my son about this, and even my son said that it was dead, and my son's only like, he's going to be 13 in a few months, but we really have to get back to this. So, but this is also talking about courage and integrity. So this person has a lot of respect for the feminine, and that he understands that he can be nurtured by the feminine, and that helps him to thrive. Okay. If I would recommend you listen to the Virgo reading, because I talked about the divine roles. The divine order entails a divine masculine being the ultimate provider and protector, and the divine feminine being the nurturer and the caretaker, the one who is emanating that unconditional love to help the masculine to fulfill his or her role as the provider and protector. Okay, so when we are in that power of the divine feminine and we're not trying to do everything, we're not trying to step on the boundaries of the masculine, and the masculine is not trying to step on the boundaries of the feminine, we end up attracting, you know, this like chivalrous male, because there are some that are out there. Like I told you, for me, you would think, and this is no judgment on his father, but you would think the father would be teaching my son's father, my ex-husband, would be teaching my son about this, but my ex-husband did not see this in his family. So do you expect him to understand what chivalry is? Not really. So that's why with my son, I am teaching him more about what this really is, because we really got to get this back into society here. But this is also talking about appreciating the differences between the feminine and the masculine. Okay. This helps him to be, this helps him to really understand better the feminine, and it helps with shining his light too. Okay. When the divine feminine is shining her light brightly and she understands what her actual role in this world is, she starts, or he starts to attract this type of male. And it's the divine masculine, because the divine masculine has chivalry qualities within him or her. And of course, this talks again about courage and integrity and honesty, authenticity, right? Of course, they talk about, you know, opening the doors and putting on the coat for the female, or taking off the coat, that type of thing. Pulling out the chair, right? That type of stuff. It does exist, guys, because my divine masculine actually did this when we went on our dates, and then all of a sudden he just stopped. He got triggered. And that's probably because, based on what I know intuitively, what my guys have told me, was that was in his nature. That's how he was taught to be. But then other females were not acknowledging it. They were not appreciating it. Some of them got offended by him opening a door or pulling out a chair or doing something that was chivalrous. And that just blows my mind. But then again, I can't judge, right? But this is what's happened, because then that made him feel like, go down to the distorted masculine. It was like, well, I'm not doing that anymore because nobody appreciates that. And a lot of men tend to think that nice guys finish last. And it's really, really sad to hear that, because that is far from the truth. But anyway, I go off on a tangent. So, this is about you calling this energy into your life, but that stems from what? You being the bottom of the deck, and that is this. The divine feminine. Now, this could go for both male and female, right? Because we have this within ourselves, okay? But, you know, if you're a male watching this, this could very well be about you considering ways and you can bring chivalry in to enhance your life, and finding more ways to actually show that type of side of you. But this is about understanding how the feminine and masculine roles play, because we have those energies within us. Okay? Tapping into your feminine side and tapping into your masculine side, and having a very perfect balance of the two. But this is also, you know, with regards to attracting a feminine who feels well supported within herself, and she is secure, not insecure. All right. So, for the feminines here, if you're female, this is about you embracing your energy as a divine feminine Christ to attract this type of energy here. This is even talking about if some random person, if it's a male or whatever, they open the door for you, say thank you. If they offer you, you know what, you could go ahead of me in line, say thank you. Don't, and again, I'm going to flat out say it. There's some of us who are like overstepping our boundaries with the roles. God set rules for us, guys. He did. It's about his will, the divine order. And I'm going to say what I said in Virgo's reading, when I was meditating and saying a prayer right before my Sagittarius reading a few weeks ago. This was a month ago, actually, I think it was. And God stopped me and he said, I need to talk to you. And he was telling me about this type of energy. He told me that when I come into union with my counterpart, that my counterpart is supposed to take the lead from here on out. But that does not mean that he's going to have full control over what I do, because this is what happens, right? Because some of the females think that the men, because they take the lead and they do the ultimate provider and protector role, that they have no say, that they're going to be controlled. But some of them actually have, what's the word? Abused the roles. They made it think, some of them think that it gives them the power over everything. That's totally not true. So what's happened is some of the females are like, oh, well, I don't need a man. I don't need somebody or anybody to take care of my bills, to help me take care of the kids, or to take care of this. I can do everything on my own, and it's just me. That's not part of the divine order. And God has shown me that quite a few times in that last conversation that we had. He specifically told me that my masculine is going to be taking the lead from here on out when we come into harmonious union. And that I am not to overstep his boundaries, because God specifically told me that my masculine has specific roles to fulfill in our connection and in our joint mission. All right. But he also reassured me that this does not mean that I am beneath him, because we are at the same level. It's just that we have particular divine roles that God ordained, okay? It's all about the divine order. This is what a lot of people don't understand. But it doesn't mean that the feminine's overstepping the masculine's boundaries and the masculine's overstepping the feminine's boundaries, because they see each other as equals. They respect each other as equals. They respect each other's roles and what they bring to the table. And when both of them have that type of understanding, that is when you have a successful, harmonious companionship. It's not a relationship. It's a divine companionship. And then having that will allow both of you, as you fulfill your joint mission, to be that divine couple, to be an example of that to others. All right. So, and you know, like I said, there are some out there, and I did say my divine masculine was, when we started, we had a few dates at the beginning after we met, and I had never experienced that before. And I thought it was a little weird. And you know what he told me? He actually got a little bit mad, and he goes, Jess, what are you doing? Because I went to go open my car door. He's like, no, you don't do that. I went to open the door to the restaurant. He goes, no, you don't do. He's like, Jess, is anybody not done this for you? I said, no. And he goes, are you serious? I said, I'm very serious. He was actually very disappointed that I did not experience any of this in my life. And I did not, guys. I didn't. And that's the thing. And for my divine masculine, he was pretty sad about it. But then after that, he started to get triggered, because he would do this every time. And the other people, to include a previous marriage and other people he dated after that, they did not acknowledge this type of behavior. And again, I did say some of them chastised him for that. I can do that. That's why you do it. Why are you opening my door? Why are you doing this for me? Why are you doing that for me? And that demasculates the divine masculine. We got to stop doing that. We do not have to do everything. Again, God has given us specific roles because it's part of the divine order. We do not control everything. And the males, the divine masculines, should not be controlling everything either. There's a balance. That's why we have feminine and masculine energies. Okay? And as I already said, if you want to attract this type of person, Capricorn, you need to be in this energy. And the divine feminine acknowledges this chivalrous nature of the masculine. She says thank you. She sends unconditional love. She's in her power, but she knows that she cannot do everything. She has feminine and masculine balance within her, but she knows her role as the nurturer and caretaker and the one who provides the unconditional love to help the masculine thrive and to grow. And they do that for each other. There is a huge amount of beauty to an individual who embodies this. And she's grateful for the chivalrous nature of the divine masculine. And then the divine masculine is very grateful for how the divine feminine expresses gratitude. Expresses, what's the word? Classiness? That's not really the word I want. Poise, okay? Being mature. Both being mature. All right? So for some of you, it's time for you to really start embodying this type of energy, or really starting to step it up in a sense, to have more of this divine feminine energy if you really want to start attracting someone of that nature. And if you are dealing, even if it's not your divine masculine, Capricorn, if it's any male or somebody who is acting like that, you know, express gratitude towards that person so that that person can continue doing that. It's what I've been teaching my son. And it's funny because I've taught my son to open doors for the elderly, to open doors for everybody, not just for women, but I've told him that too, to open doors for mothers who were by themselves, who were pushing not a wheelchair, a stroller. And every time my son does that, we always get compliments, and they look at me like, you are doing such an excellent job with your son. We've never seen a child do this. That's what they say. And they're like, thank you, young man. And they're so shocked by my son's behavior. But that's because I am teaching him that. And he's starting to understand this too. My son is actually a counterpart. He's actually a twin. So I'm kind of already counseling him on some of this stuff. But you see where I'm going with this? And then when people give him those compliments, it encourages him to do more of that. And now he knows that when he's much older and he's dating, and then there's a female who doesn't appreciate that, he's like, Mom, then they're not really allowing me to do what I'm supposed to be doing. And I said exactly that. If they cannot be grateful for what you are doing, then that's not going to be a harmonious, successful relationship. And again, he's only 12. But it's never too young to teach about that, okay? And about this type of energy too. And this is about being caring and being accepting and forgiving towards others. Going with the flow. This is healing. We help heal each other. We're supposed to be healing not only the masculines, but everyone on this planet. And trusting your intuition more, okay? Trust your intuition. Start being more in tune with your divine feminine side here, and not trying to start falling into the role of the divine masculine, okay? Understanding this power is already within you. Some of you need to step it up, okay? Some of you need to start stepping up your game here. All right, let's see what the tarot has to say, okay? Let's see what you need to focus on for this week. Spirit guides, angels, galactic family, Pleiadian Sirians, please reveal to us for our highest good. What does Capricorn need to focus on for this week? Please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. Thank you. We have the Five of Wands, the Six of Wands, the Empress card. Wow, there's a Divine Feminine right there. All right, the Magician. The bottom of the deck, Gemini energy. See, when I talked about communication, you know, if somebody's acting very chivalrous towards you, just communicate that. Be grateful. Say thank you. I mean, kindness and generosity, when we run into people who are that kind and who are that respectful, I mean, we should be grateful that that person's actually doing that, because they're coming from a place where of God, you know, of the light. So this could be talking about communicating that to others. Or this is also about you understanding that you have everything that you need to embody this divine feminine side of yourself, to go on that path, to really embrace that, and to start leveling up to that level, or continuing on that path to achieve that type of role, so to speak. This is also talking about understanding that your thoughts create your reality, right? If you're thinking that chivalry is dead, like I said, if you're thinking that, oh, there's no such thing as this dude, there are. Some of you are thinking that, because some of you never experienced that, and that's why I said my story, it does exist, because my divine masculine was like this when we first met. And then what happened in his past started to trigger him, and he was afraid that I was going to be those same people who were not respectful of his, or appreciative of his chivalrous nature, okay? That it does exist, but you have to attract that, all right? So some of you need to understand with, you know, you need to it's about creating a reality. You have the ability to use the tools that God gave you for your highest good, for the betterment of your own life, to bring about what it is that you really want in your life, especially with regards to love, and in not allowing anyone to tell you that you can't do anything, that certain things don't exist, or that maybe you're not even deserving, possibly, of this type of individual right here with the chivalry card. You are the one responsible for your life and your well-being and your happiness, Capricorn. This is also about you understanding you are the driver of your destiny. That's the Chariot card. But you have to start creating that, being an alchemist in your life, and start utilizing what God gave you and kind of tweak things a little bit. And whatever guidance you get from your guides or angels, from God, and God says, okay, Capricorn, you have all these tools. I want you to create this. You get inspired action and you act upon it, right? Or you get this inspiration and you act upon that. That's inspired action, to create something from those inspired thoughts into reality. So with the, and that's another major arcana. We're looking at two majors here. Again, here's the divine feminine right here. You got to embody this energy here. Understanding the law of attraction. What you are vibrating at is what you're going to attract. She is vibrating at the violet flame level already. And some of you need to get to that level in order to attract more of these kind of like knight in shining armor-ish relationships, in a sense, right? But again, not trying to take too much control or have that person take too much control of you, right? It's understanding the roles of each other. This is also about you creating more. She is Venus incarnate. She's Aphrodite incarnate. And now that Venus is direct, this is about you understanding your true beauty and how magnificent you are and what you bring to the table, and and creating things and birthing them into the world, right? Some of you are very musical or very artistic. It's time for you to start doing more of that stuff, or whatever God has called you to do, to bring more about that divine feminine energy within you, where you are going to attract. And it's not just your person here. This is about other males who do this for you, okay? Or other individuals who are going to do these kind things, are going to be respectful towards you, all right? It's, again, the law of attraction. She knows that if she understands her worth, and she's very confident in her abilities and even secure within herself. She's going to attract not only these beautiful people, very kind, generous, chivalrous people, but she's also going to attract all this abundance and all these beautiful things that God has for her. But it's about stepping into this power and understanding that this is you within already. And with this Five of Wands here, you could be getting unwanted attention, right? Five of Wands, there's like conflict, there's challenges, it could be chaos. Maybe you have all these people who are low vibrational who are coming after you, and it's like, hey, Capricorn, this, and this. Don't mind my son, he just started gaming. Hey, Capricorn, you know, what's going on with this? Or maybe, you know, you end up, guys who are whistling at you, or who are trying to pick you up at the bar. And let me tell you, I'll give you another story where when I was going through my journey and I was trying to do things for myself, I liked going to Mexican restaurant because I'm a margarita person. Well, I don't know. I haven't really I kind of really stopped drinking a lot, and I didn't even drink that much. That's how crazy it is. But anyway, I was going to the bar and sitting and having these drinks, and I kept attracting all of these men who were like, oh, hey, what's going on? And then I started talking to them with this energy, and they're like, they didn't believe me, or they were questioning me, or they were trying to it's so crazy because stuff started to shift, and they thought that they could be smart, and I was always like 10 steps ahead of them. But it got exhausting, and I was like, I really don't want this unwanted attention. So I stopped doing that, and then I started focusing more on, you know, getting really, really into this level like 100% of the time, without having to do that. Because apparently God was telling me, no, you know what, get away from this, because it could have gone the other way around, where people would pick up on my power or whatever, this energy, and they would try to get like a piece of that, so to speak, right? That might be you. That might be why I'm saying that story. So maybe some of you are getting unwanted attention in, you know, again, that could very well be about your levels, because if you're still kind of distorted feminine here, you really got to be in your power, and you have to be secure within yourself. When you are embodying this, okay, more people who are like this are going to start coming your way, and they will feel that, because it's a match of energies, right? So with the Six of Wands, now we go from the 5 to the 6. This is this could also be about you self-sabotaging. You could be conflicted with yourself, or maybe saying, you know, like, am I even beautiful? Do I have this within me? Can I create? Can I attract the right type of people, the right types of careers? Or am I good looking for this job? And I talked about music and art and stuff like that, right? Are people really going to be liking me for who I really am? It comes from within, Capricorn. If you're basing it off of your looks, and that's for somebody here, that's not what you should be focusing on, okay? She's the Empress because of who she is on the inside, and that emanates out of her. That's why doing the inner work is so important. And again, if like you're getting unwanted attention, or people are just clamoring to get your attention or something like that, and they're coming from a low place, this is about you becoming this Empress, so that you don't attract that. Or even if you still do, because the other side is when you get to Empress level fully and you're operating like this, you get all these people coming out of the woodwork and stuff like that, but then you know not to deal. You will know who is going to be this and who isn't, okay? And you will know how to deal with that. So yeah, others of you, there's something about self-sabotaging here. You are really beating yourself up for something, or saying you're not good enough, you're not worthy enough, you are not beautiful enough, or whatever this is. You have to get out of that mentality, because you're already this within. You just have to embody that and trust that and to live it, be it, walk it, think it, okay? Magician, your thoughts create a reality. If you think you're distorted, if you think you're ugly or you're not worthy or you're not attractive or whatever this is, you can't create, it's exactly what your reality is going to be. And you will continue to attract people who think that of you because you think that of yourself. Okay, so some of you got to stop beating yourselves up and stop, you know, with that self-sabotage. That's not going to help you. And, you know, it's like, look at this guy's face. This person's just like, I don't feel good enough. I don't feel worthy. I don't feel this. I don't feel that. Nope. You got to kick that out and you have to embody this. All right. And with the Six of Wands, as I was saying after the Five of Wands, there's something about being successful at something. This is about you having high self-esteem, but not to the point where you are very egotistical. Okay. You have to be confident within yourself and saying, you know, I can be a success. I recognize that I am this. I am this empress here, and that I can create the world that I want. Again, this ties in with the law of attraction here. Her thoughts create her reality. That's why she's the empress and she rules an empire. She's abundant and everybody loves her for what she does. All right, because she knows that she's a success already and she focuses on what it is that she wants to do. And then she attracts all these people who are, you know, who also have high self-esteem, or who are also successful, who recognize her as the empress, right? If you are like the empress in the reverse, you're going to attract people who are egotistical and who aren't leaders and who are followers and who just, you know, try to, they might be selfish or self-indulgent or something. They're not balanced. It's like, you don't want people like that. But you have to recognize that you have to boost your self-esteem here, okay? And recognize that you are this already, all right? You have to believe this about yourself. This also might mean for somebody here, maybe somebody here, your person is starting to recognize you as the empress here. It could very well mean that your person is misunderstanding who you are to them. And maybe because you are really stepping into your power here and when God wants you to maintain this, they're starting to recognize that. They're starting to see like who you are becoming, and you have more self-esteem. You are embodying this energy here with Divine Feminine. And your person may be looking at that like, wow, I misunderstood who my person was. And they could very well be, that is leveling them up. That's giving them the inspiration to embody this type of energy. Okay, so that's another story there. All right, let's see what you need to avoid. What does Capricorn need to avoid at this time? Spirit guides and angels, please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. Thank you, Spirit. What do we have here? The Seven of Wands. Okay, this is like, some of you are like fighting off people. Okay, with the Five of Wands, it's like, are you getting into a lot of conflicts and challenges and things like that? Are you standing on that cliff trying to fight 6 other people beneath you or something like that? Spirit wants you to avoid all of that conflict. Again, if you're dealing with people who are coming after you, or it could be that you're starting to step into this Empress energy and people are trying to bring you down. That's the energy of the Seven of Wands. Don't let anybody take you off of that where you are, not the pedestal, but that higher ground. Okay, maybe some of you need to seek higher ground and be like, okay, you know, tell people to leave you alone, or to tell people, you know what, I'm not dealing with you anymore. This is you standing up for what you believe in, standing your ground. Okay, that whatever it is that you're pursuing, it's worth fighting for. Don't start trying to fight off what God is trying to bring you into. Okay, and if people are trying to bring you down, you really have to get away from those individuals. You're going to have to like speak your piece and say, you know, this is not for me and I'm not dealing with this behavior. You really have to stand by your truth wholeheartedly with honesty and integrity, and don't be afraid of what anyone says. Some of you might be going outside of yourselves to get encouragement or to get some sort of information, or maybe there's something about social media here where some of you are either trying to compare yourselves to others, or other people are telling you things, especially if you are gaining a lot of success and you're becoming this Empress and people are seeing that change in you. They're trying to bring you down, or people are saying things about you on social media or something like that. There's something about outside sources here, or something. Other people. Don't let them get to you, okay? Don't let them bring you down, please. All right? If you need to talk to these people, you have to stop avoiding conflict with them. Because apparently you have to stand up. You have to speak your truth. It's like you're being tested right now by the outside world to see if, like, you know, you are really embodying this. Okay? God's like, are you really the Empress, Capricorn? Is that really where you're headed? She doesn't deal with crap. She doesn't avoid conflict. If it's affecting her abundance, it's affecting her empire, she's going to say something to him. She doesn't care, too. She still comes from a place of love, though. But she speaks her truth, okay? Don't back down. People are coming after you, Capricorn. Don't back down, all right? You are Venus incarnate, whether you're male or female. You are the divine feminine within, whether you are male or female. Do not back down. Whatever it is that you're doing right now, Capricorn, do not let anyone take you off of that cliff. Don't think that there's a lost cause. You have to really stand up for yourself. That's what the Empress does. And, you know, if somebody keeps coming up to you or causing conflict or something, again, you got to step up to them with this energy right here. That high self-esteem. But again, don't let your ego get in the way. You got to come from a place of unconditional love here. But be assertive and just say, it's kind of like Queen of Swords here too, but you got to have to recognize the power within and deal with this conflict. Some of you are avoiding some sort of type of conflict or telling somebody something. You're going to have to say something. Okay? You're going to have to say something. The bottom of the deck is the Knight of Chalices. This is the Knight of Cups. This is the Heartbreaker. So apparently some of you keep either fighting or arguing with someone or people, but it's apparently someone. It could be a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, but it doesn't have to be. This is more about you may be running into someone who is really weighing you down, again, trying to take you down off that cliff because they're trying to manipulate you emotionally. Maybe you were emotionally manipulated by this person before, and they're starting to see, as I was saying, you're starting to really step into your power. All right? And they don't like it. It could be this person or it could be other people. Okay? Because I'm seeing with the Seven of Wands, there may be other people who are trying to act like this Knight of Cups, who are trying to emotionally manipulate you because they don't want you standing into your power. Do not deal with these people. If you're dealing with these people, you have to stop avoiding the situation and you're going to have to nip it in the bud. You're going to have to cut these cords off, Capricorn. That's for some of you, not all of you. Remember, it's a collective reading. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't for somebody else. But be honest with yourself and keep your unhealthy ego in check, okay? Either you have a lot of people emotionally manipulating you. They might even be canceling events, canceling dates, canceling something, breaking promises, okay? Just cut those people off, all right? Apparently, they're not going where you are going, Capricorn, so let them be. Let them go their own way. Even if you have a lot of friends and a lot of people that you've been working with or you've hung out with for a while, but they're trying to bring you down here, Capricorn, nope. Don't let those people affect your abundance. I was talking about that, okay? I was talking about that. Those people got to go. There could also be disappointment here. Maybe you thought somebody was going to offer you their cup of love, but they didn't. And maybe you thought they were going to propose something to you, or they're going to be vulnerable with you, express their feelings, and they didn't. And they're acting in a manner that is not pleasant. It's like, again, emotionally manipulative or Five of Wands-ish, chaos, conflict type of thing, arguing. There could be a misunderstanding here with somebody. Maybe somebody keeps breaking your heart here, and you gotta nip it in the bud, Capricorn. If somebody keeps breaking your heart here, you gotta nip it in the bud. It's like there's something about, you know, speaking your piece, make amends, and like walking away type of energy. Okay. You want somebody to be chivalrous towards you, Capricorn. You can't allow this behavior, especially if somebody keeps breaking promises or revoking offers or causing disappointment, especially when they can't, you know, be vulnerable, that they're not wearing their heart on their sleeves, that they're not following their intuition, or they're giving you unrequited love. All right? Someone who gives you unrequited love and who's a heartbreaker, who's manipulative and stuff like that, who's always backing out on their promises and causing disappointments, that's not chivalry. All right? You got to let this person go and just like walk your own path. There's a possibility that this person may very well need to do some healing here, go on their quest for the Holy Grail, and just let them be. All right? So if you're dealing with people like this, where a person, you have to stop avoiding the elephant in the room. Okay? And you're going to have to say something to this person again. This could also be where you have to... You might be obsessed with a connection. You might be obsessed with someone, something. And they keep on treating you a certain way, yet it could very well be stemming from, as I said, some of you are self-sabotaging and you're not having that high self-esteem. you're doubting yourself, and you're still struggling with your self-worth. Okay, and maybe that's why this person keeps acting like this towards you. The heartbreaker, the unrequited love type of thing. And if you're not really stepping up to that Empress energy, then this is still going to continue. This is also about you need to find your happiness within yourself and not try to find love or romance. Some of you are romanticizing a connection or something. Okay. It's time for you to go find your holy grail. Go on that quest, because that ultimate fulfillment is found within. It's not found in romance. It's not found in love. It's not found in the person that you're dealing with right now. You're not going to find it there. You found it. You find it within and with the help of God. So if you really need to tell somebody off with how they're treating you right now, you stop avoiding the conflict. Stop avoiding it. You need to be that Empress and find that esteem within you, self-esteem within you, and really say something to this individual. That's why with the Magician, I was talking about communicating. And I did talk about communicating to those who are acting chivalrous, but this is also communicating to those who are trying to strip you of your power and your integrity, who are trying to bring you down. It's like there's a sense of jealousy here somewhere. Yeah, see, Two of Swords is under this. You're avoiding the truth of the situation. You're refusing to face reality. If this person continues to emotionally manipulate you and disappoint you and is not giving you unrequited love, and they keep breaking your heart, you need to stop dealing with that. You have to walk away. You got to take the blindfold off. You're refusing to face reality. You're avoiding the truth of the situation. There's a warning here for some of you, a red flag, that this person is trying to get something out of you, and apparently some of you are allowing that to continue. And here's the King of Wands here. This has to do with sexual activity. Okay? Someone who's highly sexually charged. This person could very well be that charismatic and could be very attractive. I'm going to say it could be good in bed, and this person knows this. They know you know this, and they continue to manipulate you because of that, and you're not seeing that, or you're refusing to see that. Yet your intuition is telling you to stay away. Okay? That's for some of you. You're avoiding conflict. You don't want to get into a conflict, so you're allowing this behavior. Capricorn, it needs to stop. There's some of you who are allowing that behavior. You need to stop. You need to be this. It's causing more conflict. All right. You really need to find that self-esteem. You got to embody that Empress energy. Know your worth here. You got to know your worth. Yeah, see, look what's at the top. It's the Page of Wands. Yep, somebody is like immature. They're acting very immature because they're thinking with their pants, and it doesn't have to be a male either, but you know what I'm talking about. For most of you, this is dealing with male with thinking with the other head, and I will say that, okay? There's a very, what's a word? I can't get it. There's somebody with very high sexual energy. It's like they can't keep their thing in their pants, all right? That's what I'm getting. Okay? It's time to end that. That is not chivalry, okay? All right? Chivalry is the Knight of Cups, but not in this position. Okay? Not in this position. This is, I was talking about knight in shining armor type of stuff, but with this position right here, you're not dealing with somebody like that. You're not. Okay? That has got to stop. For some of you, Capricorn, not all of you. Remember, I get a lot of messages, so you take whatever is fitting for you. Don't force anything, but don't avoid the truth like the Two of Swords. Okay? All right. Let's see what guidance we have for you. And again, if you're self-sabotaging yourself, as I said, you're not going to attract somebody who's going to be respectful of you and who's not going to act like that true knight in shining armor, okay? Let's see what guidance we have for you for this week. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. Yeah, Malachite, it's time to transform. Yeah, some of you guys, you really need to start focusing on getting to that Empress energy here. Violet flame level. Bottom of the deck is carnelian. Feed your creativity. I love this because my carnelian stone is right here. I love it. I love it. Anyway. See, the Empress, you need to create. Do more of your creative stuff. Birth things into the world. If some of you are focusing on the love stuff, some of you, love is not supposed to be on the forefront for you right now. Especially if you are a divine counterpart who has not achieved union with self and who is not emanating at the violet flame level as the divine feminine Christ. Carnelian, feed your creativity. Your creative side is calling to you. Rather than waiting for inspiration to strike, be your own creative muse. Choose an activity that taps into your imagination. Magician, allow yourself to get messy and create freely. Silence your inner critic and let go of any expectations about what this process should look like. See the Five of Wands, self-sabotage. It's not about making a perfect masterpiece. It's about exploring your personal journey and letting your imagination run free. What sparks your creative side? Is there anything holding you back from letting your creativity run wild? What do you want to create? Oh my gosh, my son's going crazy. Your affirmation is, I am imaginative and create freely. Today, start one new creative project or restart one you abandoned. All right, let's look at Malachite here. LMNOP. It's time to transform. Get ready for transformation. You have the inner strength, resolve, and conviction to transform your life for the better. You are capable of so much more than you know. You've come a long way. Don't stop now. Resist anything or anyone that might dissuade you, including any potential self-doubt. You have the power to steer your destiny. See? I was talking about being the driver of your destiny. Keep moving forward towards the future you want for yourself. See your target and keep going until you reach it. Give yourself the tough love and unfiltered advice you need to achieve all that you are capable of doing. See, tough love, that's what I do. I've heard quite a few people who tell me I give the tough love, but let me tell you, I had to give myself that too. I wouldn't be where I'm at if I didn't do that. So ask yourself, are you who you want to be? What are your intentions for yourself? What areas of your life are ripe for transformation? Your affirmation is, I am committed to my transformation. Today, take one action, no matter how small, that's in service of the goals you have for yourself. Now, if you have these stones already, Malachite and Carnelian, Spirit is recommending that while you're meditating and you are saying these affirmations, that you hold the crystals in your hands or keep these crystals about you. If you don't have them, if you feel drawn to, you can go to, I'm sure you can find these anywhere, a crystal shop or something, and you can get the Malachite and the Carnelian to help you with these energies here and to help you with what these suggestions are for your transformation in creating with regards to what the book was talking about, okay? All right, let's see what your love situation looks like. Let's put Malachite over there. Okay, let's see what your love situation looks like. I just saw the card that said trust on it. Spirit guides, angels, galactic family, Pleiadian Syrians, please reveal to us for highest good. What can you tell us about Capricorn's love situation, please and thank you. Oh, and guys, with the Knight of Cups, if I didn't say it already, you got to trust your instincts, okay? Don't doubt your intuition. Your intuition's always right, okay? That's God, kind of like, that's also part of your warning system, okay? Only time will tell. divine timing. But it depends on your work. If you're a divine counterpart and you're supposed to be divine feminine Christ, the feminines have to do the healing first. You get to union with self first, and then your person will follow. Bottom of the deck is reflection. Give each other some space at the moment. Trust and have faith that all will work out for the best. Okay, some of you give some space. There's still conflicts going on. Arguments and fighting, okay? Just stand up for yourself. Don't deal with that. Again, some of you are avoiding conflict. Say your piece and then just give them the space, all right? But again, come from the power of the Empress. Don't be Queen of Swords in the reverse. It's going to backfire on you, okay? It will backfire on you if you're Queen of Swords trying to chop people's heads off, all right? All right. Capricorn, if you would like a personal reading with me or a coaching session, please check out the description box below for information on that, or hop on over to capellawellness.com. Check out my service suite there, and you will find a whole bunch of services that I offer, okay? If you are a light counterpart, a twin flame, I also offer coaching and working with those counterparts to help them achieve union with self and to help them navigate their journeys. I also have a bunch of readings for counterparts. That's underneath the light counterpart reading section of my Capella service suite. I'm also offering love readings for the month of February only. Since I don't normally do love readings, I thought I would do 2 different types for the month, since it is the month of love. They're 15-minute pre-recorded videos. They're nothing, you know, super extensive, but, you know, I decided to offer those for this month. There's one that is 18 plus and the other one that is not. So you do have an option. Those links are in the description box below, or if you go to capellawellness.com and go to the personalized readings category, you will see those 2 different readings right there. They're the first ones listed. If you have any questions about this reading or about your journey or about anything here, or my journey even, if you are curious, feel free to send me an email. My email is also in the description box, or if you go to capellawellness.com, there's plenty of other ways to contact me there. All right. Okay, Capricorn, that concludes your weekly reading. Thank you so very much for watching this video, for subscribing to this channel if you haven't already, and for illuminating the thumbs up button. I would greatly appreciate it. I wish you the best today and always. I send you so much love, and I hope I illuminated your well-being today. Again, this is Jess with Capella Wellness. Starring out.